Moderate Muslims are not very moderate today. They exhibit all of the traits of orthodoxy, including dogma and fear. And what they're most afraid of is the fear of busting out of group identity. And why do moderate Muslims deny this central fact? Because they are steeped in group identity, so that speaking out is selling out. I am not a moderate Muslim. I am a reformist. And that means somebody who recognizes that the Quran contains 3 times as many verses calling on Muslims to engage in critical thinking rather than blind submission. And in that sense, reformist Muslims are at least as authentic as the so-called moderates, and quite frankly, usually more constructive. There's no question that the clerical class within Islam holds far too much power, and it was never meant to. Islam was always meant to be a faith that gives the believer direct access or a personal relationship with God. So I think that that is first and foremost, the change that needs to happen. But how can Islam, one may ask, be reinterpreted, not changed, but reinterpreted in order to allow for that personal relationship? Well, it's very simple. You see, we Muslims are not to worship God's self-appointed ambassadors. We are to worship God himself, which means that no Muslim can legitimately behave as if she or he has the monopoly on knowledge and truth, because if they did behave that way, they're playing God with others. And that is the central sin within Islam. And so the interesting thing here is it becomes a spiritual duty for Muslims to build societies in which we can disagree with one another in peace and with civility, which ultimately gives us a delicious paradox, which is that devoting yourself to one God obliges you as a Muslim to defend human liberty. Everything else comes from that. When I say everything else, I mean the dignity of women, I mean respect, or at the very least tolerance for gay and lesbian people. I mean interfaith marriage, which is a huge issue among young Muslims in this era of mass migration. I'm not looking to do away with fundamentalists. I am looking to remind them that there is only one God, and they are not it.